Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day to you, and welcome into Divine Conversations if you're watching this here on YouTube. And if you're tuning in on Twitch, then welcome to Mystic Unicorn TV. But overall, welcome to the SIP. Hi, guys. It is Wednesday. Hump day. And you know what's so crazy about that? This is yet another day in which I am wishing everyone a happy hump day, and I have forgotten to wear one of my hump day shirts, but that's okay. I felt like going with a little bit of Prince, a little bit of Purple Rain. I felt Purple Rain was a little bit appropriate for today. So welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad to be here with you. Happy Wednesday to you. Hello there, Rich Bitch 27 over on Twitch. Is it you, or does Twitch buffer a lot? I have been noticing that lately, actually, and I'm not sure why. I can't imagine. I don't think it has anything to do with my connection here. So it may actually be Twitch. I'm not sure. But anyway, thank you for being here. I hope it's not too bad for you. I hope you're still able to, get in and see what's going on here. But to everyone else, hello, everybody. It's been a few days, as many of you know. If you are following over on YouTube, I have been updating a little bit, and quite frankly, as part of my healing process right now, I am not feeling so inclined. Actually, the guidance from myself was to not really share too much of what's going on personally. Not that it's anything all that bad, but there is over the last few days with the big emotional upheaval that I've been dealing with. And I'm sure many of you have been dealing with something similar in your own way over the last few days. But as part of my healing process, I've been very protective of myself. And so that's kind of leading me to not really dive too deep into what's going on with me personally. But a big aspect of what's been going on has been choosing to defend myself or protect myself a little bit more. And so that's why. But ultimately, it's been a very interesting few days. I did just hear karma. What I'm hearing for the collective is that many of us are facing a level of karma. There may be some sort of karmic retribution or some sort of karmic backlash you may be experiencing right now, but ultimately, I don't feel like it's anything inappropriate, okay? But also, I feel like it's more of coming to terms with certain karmic energies that we've been cycling through, or that you may have been cycling through. And what I'm getting from that is finding a deeper understanding of it. For some of us, or for those of us that are going through this could very well be some of the same situations or circumstances that you've been cycling through, recently, or, recurring circumstances. We do heal things in cycles, okay? So you may experience an instance of whatever it is you're going through and be able to face it and deal with it and heal with it on a certain level in that moment. And then time goes on, and then you'll find yourself circling back towards that situation. And while it may be the same situation, your level of healing in this next go around does get a little bit deeper. So that is a thing. And so that is what I feel like many of us are going through. I will attest to the fact that is a lot of what I'm going through, what I've been going through, specifically within the realm of feelings of abandonment. And I do feel personally that I've been able to get down to a deeper understanding of, or heal a deeper layer of this karmic, or I'm sorry, well, yeah, it is karmic, but also this these abandonment issues. And starting to understand maybe a deeper root cause of it. And that's helping me to, hey, Queen Bee, that is helping me to heal it. So for the collective, what I'm hearing in terms of any sort of karmic cycles, I do feel like there is definitely an ability to heal things on a deeper level, come to terms with things on a deeper level, that sort of energy, okay? Now, in terms of where is everybody? Wait, hold on. We've got some people here. We had Rich Bitch. I don't know if she's still here, but also we've got Queen Bee over on Twitch. Hello. But I don't see, where is everybody on YouTube? The chat is silent. Did I do something wrong with the chat? But hi guys. Normally you at least say hello, but literally the chat is empty. I hope I didn't do something. We are public here. Anyway, well, you don't really have to say anything. Maybe this is just a silent type of day, and I totally get that. If you're just wanting to like sit there and listen, I totally get that too. I feel that within the collective, there is a level of exhaustion, you know, not really wanting to say much, but just wanting to listen and be receptive. If that's where you are right now, then that's really perfect. That's kind of exactly where you need to be, because this receptiveness energy is really, really going to help you to perceive of things in a better way. So that's beautiful. All right, so let's get into the chart here. This is the chart for Wednesday, August 17th of 2022. Of course, as of 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, this is just a snapshot of the energies of the day, but here we are. And there isn't really anything that I'm looking at here that really is standing out to me. We do have a few quincunxes going on between, we've got one between the Sun and Pluto, one between Mercury and Saturn, and then the other one is between the Sun and Neptune. Okay. That is a burst of energy. That's good. That could really be potentially useful to you at this time. We also do have quite a few trines going on. 1, 2, 3 exact, with 2 a little bit less than exact. Okay, that's great. That's also a boost of energy, but keep in mind that a trine could go either way. It could go be really, really helpful or really, really bad, you know, depending on your specific situation. That's all beautiful. That is all good, helpful energies, I feel. But the most helpful energy that I'm feeling, what stood out the most for me today when I was looking at the chart in terms of channeling for the collective, is the fact that the moon is now not in Mars. The moon is now in Aries. Mars is in Taurus. And so with the moon being in Aries right now, I do feel like there is a little bit of a collective push, or there is a collective desire to kind of come up out of the soupiness, out of the murkiness, and really start to take action. I know I am personally feeling that way, and it definitely coincided with how my day started. My day started with, I woke up from some dreams that were clear enough for me to remember. And also, there is, even in that dream, there was a feeling of motivation. I do remember a moment where, you know, I was standing with a group of people, and I guess we were discussing things, coming up with a plan, or just looking at what we were going to be heading into once we wake back up in the waking world after being in the dream state in the spiritual realm. There is a feeling, or was a feeling, of excitement, of enthusiasm, of being ready to go. Let's do this. Let's handle it. That is very much indicative of the moon being in Aries. So that's a really beautiful thing. And I know for me personally, you know, I went through some really tough, Monday and Tuesday were really, really rough for me on an emotional level, deep emotional upheaval. And that would coincide with the moon being in Pisces. And now that the moon is now in Aries, it feels like we're ready to take action. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have a full understanding of what that action is, but at least feeling willing to take that action, feeling driven towards taking that action, is a thing. Hello. Okay, I'm feeling concerned. I just want to make sure, Queen Bee, or those of you that are over on Twitch, you guys can hear me, right? I just want to make sure of that, because literally there is nobody in the chat in YouTube, and that's really weird. It's just really weird. I mean, there's 25 people over here on YouTube and no one is talking. But I guess you guys can hear me, because yes, you can. Okay, great. No worries. You don't need to. If you don't feel like it, that's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. So that's where we're going. That's what I feel is coming through here for the collective. I do want to move forward towards getting some cards. So let's do that. I do want to work with the Soul Seeds Oracle here. I have been using that for the collective for these elemental readings. Ophiuchus, you get your own. It's just easier for Ophiuchus. It's easier for me to just give you your own moment instead of trying to lump you in with a specific element, because we're still, this jury is still out on, which element you actually are. It doesn't matter. But I am using these decks for these readings, and I hope that you guys I hope it's serving you well. I'm really enjoying using them, so that's what we're going to do. But I really want to use it for the collective right now. So let's get into the energies. God, Source, Creator, thank you so much for bringing us all together today. And please provide us with the guidance that you have for us today. What is it that you need us to be aware of today? What guidance do you have for us today? What is it that you want us to know? What do you want to discuss with us today, God, Source, Creator? Again, we thank you for your light and your love. And we encourage you to keep guiding us, even though in many cases, many circumstances, we resist you a lot. And I will speak for myself in apologizing for that. I'm not going to speak for everyone, but we're grateful to you for your guidance. And we ask you to please provide us with more, whatever you deem necessary for us at this time. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. So what have we got for the collective today? First thing that I just heard for the collective is speak from the heart. That could be guidance for me as the channeler, as the reader here, but I feel like it's a collective message. God is saying that it is a collective message. Okay, there's something about speaking from the heart. Whether that's today or a message that's meant to carry on for you at a different moment in your life, that is what's coming through so far. All right, now, first thing that I want to mention is somehow, somewhere in me working with this deck, the cards, some of the cards, I did shuffle it so that some of it is reversed, as you can see. Like, some of them are upside down and some of them are upright. And as you know, if you've been following me for long enough, I don't usually like to allow my cards to live in reverse. However, with this deck, it feels appropriate, at least right now, so I'm going to allow that to happen. And the two cards, we have two cards that have come out here. They're both in reverse. We have Elevate and we have Flow. So both are in reverse. So what I feel this message here is for the collective right now is that we are in a moment of elevation, working towards elevation. And I do feel, I will say, I will confirm that in terms of what it is I'm going through in life specifically. Yeah, I love that, Ophelia. It is weird, isn't it, Queen Bee? Okay, anyway. I feel the message here for the collective right now is we are in a moment of working towards elevating. But that seems... it seems on the surface that the elevation that we are experiencing at this time, this method, this moment of elevation, is a struggle right now. I do feel like we're struggling against this flow. This elevation, but it's mainly because we're having trouble staying in the flow. Again, I don't want to get too personal about what's going on in my specific, not that it's just like, it's that bad or anything. It's just, I'm feeling myself called towards being a little cagey. Okay, great. But I will say, I will attest to the fact that in what I've been dealing with personally, a big part of it was being very resistant to the flow of things. As you know, the month of August, hi. Ooh, welcome into the chat. Wait, mad love for the cawing kind. I like that. Mad love for the cawing kind. That's an awesome, awesome name. Could it be that the chat for YouTube is off? It's entirely possible. It is absolutely entirely possible. I don't know what it is possible. However, checking the settings here, no, live chat is on and then live replay is on. Anyone, not just subscribers, can participate. So I guess people just don't want to chat. That doesn't make sense. I don't understand it myself. And I apologize. Maybe this has something to do with YouTube at the time. I don't know, but it's okay. It's all right. Maybe this is we have chatted here. Okay, well, the only reason I'm mentioning that, mad love for the cawing kind, is because this is saying you're a first-time chatter, but hey, whatever. Welcome in. I'm glad to have you here. Okay, but it doesn't matter. The chat is working over on Twitch, so if you want to tune in on Twitch instead so that you can chat, if there is in fact something wrong going on with YouTube, then you're more than welcome to do so. You're even encouraged to do so. The link to my Twitch account can be found in the description box over on YouTube if you'd like to join us over there. But anyway, let's get back into the message. The message here, yes, we're going through a moment of elevation, but that elevation right now is being hindered, maybe even stopped in some certain circumstances, because there seems to be some sort of difficulty in going with the flow. And like what I was saying here is the month of August started out really, really tough and difficult for me. And as I was going through my moments yesterday and Monday, I was very aware of the fact that I am having a very tough time with going with the flow right now, because the flow for me looks like I'm heading in a direction that I definitely do not want to go in. I'm heading towards a destination that I know for a fact I do not want to go towards. And I'm having difficulty with this flow right now, because what I'm seeing as the efforts that I'm putting forth to not end up where I find myself potentially going towards, where at least it looks like I'm going towards, I'm doing all of this, putting forth all this effort to not head in that direction, and yet that seems to be where I'm going. And my ego is having an extremely tough time with this. Yeah, when you start to go with the flow, you feel like it's difficult. Aha! Okay. That's good to, yes. Okay. All right. And then so that translates into what I came to the understanding of when this month started out for me, which if you weren't around when I was talking about it, or just to refresh your memory, the month of August started out with car problems for me, which are not out of the ordinary. I have an old car, and yes, it's serving me extremely well, and I'm extremely grateful for it. But every once in a while, there's some problem that shows up that kind of puts a wrench in my system. And in this moment, I was stranded for like about 3 or 4 days outside of my home because I didn't have access to my car, and I had to allow it to flow. I couldn't force it to be taken care of any quicker than it was actually going to happen, right? And from that moment on up until now, it just seems like the flow here is really detrimental, is not a good thing. We're going in a direction that I don't want to be going in. But ultimately, what I really gained, or the understanding that was made starkly clear to me in that moment, was I don't have control over this. The only thing I have control, well, yes. K the Gem 93, first of all, hello and welcome into the chat. But yes, YouTube tends to be on some BS, but that's okay, whatever. Again, that's out of our control, right? And so I was coming to the understanding of, I really don't have control over this. I don't have control. Hi, Keely. Oh, okay. What's up, Keely? I really don't have control over my channel. I don't have control over who views the readings. I don't have control over how fast my car is fixed and all that kind of stuff. The only thing I have control over is how I respond to the circumstance. And that's been very difficult for me here, okay? So that's just me doing what I can to relate to the situation, take it as it resonates, but the flow in reverse really is something that I want to talk about. I really want to focus on. And then at the, look at this, you guys. At the bottom of the deck here, we do have connect, which unfortunately is reversed. But actually, I retract that. I don't think I want to call that unfortunate, because the other thing that I've been channeling throughout all of this is that ultimately we are still connected. And I feel like the biggest problem that we may be facing in going through this moment of elevation and trying to stay with the flow, we may actually be perceiving whatever is going on in our lives that is negative or painful or destructive or challenging. We're taking it as, what are we taking it as? We're taking it as, I'm sorry, I'm struggling to find the word here. What is the word I'm looking for? As proof. We're taking it as proof of somehow we have lost the connection. But that's not the case. We are always connected. And while I've been going through my process, Spirit and my guides and God Source Creator has been coming forward consistently saying, you are not alone. We are still here. Keely, what if a small card pull said some pretty messed up ish and now it's a stagnation in your elevation? Okay. So are you saying that a small card pull has kind of tripped you up to the point where now you're stagnant because of it. Like the cards were bad. Haha, I know, I definitely feel you there, Keely. But I kind of want to say that I don't think the cards were bad. That's the first thing I'm feeling. I don't necessarily feel like the cards were bad, but I feel like maybe what I'm hearing is the way that you're perceiving of the message is more of the cause than the stagnation than maybe the actual message. Oh, they were awful. Well, okay, I truly hope that wasn't me that did that. And I'm trying to be very cautious in how I channel an answer. I'm trying to keep my ego out of it because it could very well have been me that did that. Oh, no, okay. And even if it was me, I mean, that's fine. I'm trying to do my best here, but they were awful. Okay, and see, all right, this is opening up a can of worms because actually part of my process, it was 3 different people, yikes. Okay, well, part of my process lately has been questioning whether or not I need to continue being a reader. But Spirit consistently confirms to me that this is what I need to be doing right now. Also, I've been doing a little bit of investigation into my life and my energies. Yeah, my life and my energies and who I am as an individual using, astrology and numerology. I did dive into numerology and the divine triangle like we were talking about on Sunday. And it did confirm to me that I technically, for the person that I am and all my numbers and all the energies around me, I am in a proper place. I won't say the best. I will say I'm in a proper place. But the dangers of working with divination is that, and this is something I find myself guilty of, and this is something why I really try to limit the amount of readings that I watch, especially general readings that I watch on YouTube and everything, is that I'd even do this with myself. I am feeling kind of confident enough at this point to pull readings for myself, but that also doesn't necessarily mean that I get the answers that I want. And I find myself at certain points when I get a message or an answer that I really don't like or my ego doesn't like, I find myself pulling on a bunch of different decks to change the answer or to get something better, but it just keeps coming through. And what I want to say about that is, the more you try and do that, the worse and worse it gets, the more the energies get jumbled up. So even if you are getting personal readings, but you're jumping between reader and reader and reader, one after another, trying to get clarity, it just screws up the energy, right? It creates circumstances in which now you're getting mixed messages or everything's getting confused and it's only making things worse for you. And that's where I find that it's best for me to stop looking to the external and to start going within for the answers. So in relation to your question, I definitely understand how it could be creating stagnation for you, Keely, but at the same time, I feel like in order to really help alleviate that stagnation, it's best to stop looking externally and to go within for the answers, which may be even more confusing. I understand. Could it possibly be them telling you to do your own? Because you asked if your suspicions about this person were true, and they say no. It's oh God. Oh gosh. Wow. The only real answer that I'm getting to this, Keely, I'm sorry. The only real answer that I'm getting to this is lack of responsibility and or shirking responsibilities on the end of the reader or readers. And I'm not trying to pass judgment on these individuals. I don't know these individuals. I don't know. I was not there. Okay. But that's really the answer that I'm getting. And the best thing for you to do would really just to be either stop asking that question and just kind of move on right now, or try to focus on something else, or go within for your own answers in terms of that. I apologize. I really feel for you there. And as someone who does pride themselves as being a professional reader, trying to do my best. This is part of also the reason why I didn't feel comfortable doing love readings for people, because I don't want to fill people with a sense of false hope or anything like that. It can be really tricky. I hope this is helping you, but What I'm getting in terms of that is shirking responsibilities on the behalf of the reader. Phew, okay, thank you, because holy crap, that was rough. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. But also, I want to make it very clear, it is not my intention to pass judgment on these people, because what I'm feeling also is they most likely had the best intentions. But I think it also may have been an energy of, or a fact of, like, there were too many people trying to answer one question for you, and all of the energies just started to get confusing and jumbled up. That's all. All right. Whew. So with that said, let's get back to our cards here. I want to focus a bit on flow. So why is this flow so difficult for us right now? Okay, so God Source Creator, I want to give you, I'm feeling you would like a chance to explain from your point of view, from your higher awareness. God, that's what's coming through, what you want to say. So let's talk about that first, and then we'll go further. All right, so what's your point of view on this struggle with the flow right now, God Source Creator? What's your point of view here? How are you seeing this for us? Aha! What's up, Zephyr? Welcome in. Welcome into Twitch. Okay, last shuffle. What's your point of view, God Source Creator, in terms of the struggle that we're having with the flow? Okay, overall energy so far at the bottom of the deck is the sun. Now, the sun did come out for me. While I was going through my moments over the last 2 days, I did pull some cards, and the sun did come out for me, okay? And what I'm hearing God say right now, what God is saying is we are struggling with the awarenesses we are coming to at this moment. Very harsh realities, very stark awarenesses. I also feel like... because I will say this, I have, over the last 2 days, especially on Monday, I have cried in ways that I have not cried in a long time, okay? This is going back to when I was like a young child and felt extremely powerless, and all I could do was run to my room and bury my face in my pillow and just scream at the top of my lungs. And so what I feel like is happening here in this flow, there are certain awarenesses that are being brought to us, especially with this cyclical nature of how we deal with healing toxic circumstances and traumas. We're getting down to the real depths of things that are plaguing us, have been plaguing us, things that we've been struggling with in our lives. And some of the realizations that we are coming to, a lot of this having to do with needing to take certain levels of responsibility here. But some of the awarenesses that we're coming to are really not easy to look at, are not easy to perceive of, are not easy to flow with. Because they're deep, they're dark, and they're heavy, okay? I'm going to continue, but I want to bring you a message that God has been bringing me personally. You are always loved. There is nothing wrong here. And I will tell you this, over the last 2 days, I have consciously acted and expressed myself in ways towards God that can be seen as maybe selfish. Selfish is a word that's coming to mind. Very petulant, very angry, very defensive. And in the moment, it was needed. It was how I needed to express myself in that time. But then as the day went on and I could turn around and look back on it, I was saying to God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying that to you. I'm sorry for putting that energy towards you. I'm sorry for acting this way towards you. But God has been saying to me over and over and over again, Eric, please stop apologizing. I know you love me. And I know exactly what's going on here and why you are acting in the way that you are responding and acting and blah, blah, blah. You can't hide anything from me. So please stop apologizing because it's really not that necessary. I know you love me. I know you respect me. I know you want to have me in your life, but I know having me in your life in this way is a struggle right now. I understand that, and I'm here to guide you and I'm here to heal you. I want to bring you back home. So I want to share that with you because that's not expressly for me. It's for all of us here, regardless how, and this doesn't have to just be within the last 2 days or in the last few moments of your lives. This could be an accumulation of this lifetime and many other lifetimes. But God wants you to understand that you're loved, you're respected, and you're understood, regardless as to how you may be expressing yourself at this time with the struggle with the flow that we're going through. God loves you and wants you to know that you are safe no matter what happens. Okay? Good, mad love. Allow yourself to cry. This is a safe space here. You are encouraged to cry. Let it out. Let it out. You got tired of the YouTube glitch. Yes, okay. Yes, you've been doing that too, Queen Bee. Okay, great. I'm glad we're on the same page here. But all right. So this is the first aspect of it, the sun. Things are coming to light. Okay, but understand that the beauty of the sun, even though it may be burning you like crazy, you may feel like you've got fifth, sixth degree burns going on here. You may feel like you're actually going to die. Number one, that is an ego death happening. Okay, but also these are really good things. The awareness that you are gaining at this time is, in fact, what is going to allow you to elevate when you're ready. All right. Tell us about this flow. What's your perspective on this flow, God's Source Creator? What do you want to say about this flow? What is your perspective for us? Yeah, okay. Keep going, please. What's your perspective? What do you want to say? One. All right, overall energy here is the Hermit. Yes, introspection, for sure. God is encouraging you to spend time on your own, or at least spend time in energies and or places and or circumstances and or with people that help you feel safe, okay? That is very important right now, and yes, it is needed. So if you've been feeling any guilt surrounding needing to take time for yourself right now, please let that go out the window, all right? Okay. Woo! Upheaval. Yeah, upheaval. Okay. Help me, please. How do I translate this for you? Where do you want me to start? The Justice. Okay, the first card that came out is Justice reversed. With that, you have the High Priestess, the Six of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Interesting. Give me a moment. Let's start here. First of all, what God is saying here is that there is an initiation that's happening. You're definitely having some stuff come back up to address. Ancient exes trying to be all cute, sending you songs and shit. Good Lord, Zephyr. Put you in a high, irritable, funky mood. Keely, nowhere feels safe or unsafe. There's nobody you seem to want to be around. You almost feel like you're here, but you're not here. That's okay. That is perfectly valid. So in that sense, what I would recommend, Keely, from that point of view, I would recommend that you just allow yourself to be with yourself. For sure. Okay, that is absolutely appropriate here. Now, I do feel like there is a level of initiation going on coming from the High Priestess here. Because part of the awareness that's coming to online for you here is the injustices. Justice reversed. Something has been an injustice. Justice has not necessarily been served for you. What is coming up for you to be healed in this next round is how you have been treated unfairly. How there has been a lacking in justice, okay? Now, with that, you have the Six of Wands to the Five of Pentacles. And what I feel like is happening here, part of this initiation process, or maybe part of the deeper awareness that you're coming to, that the High Priestess can represent here, the secrets that are being revealed to you, first and foremost, is that you have been able to find a level of victory in terms of how this injustice has left you feeling, which is the Five of Pentacles energy to the Six of Wands. Lack mentality, feeling left out in the cold, and yet you're still here. You're still striving. Hey, Josiah. There goes YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitch buffering again. That's interesting. Hi, Josiah. But okay, what I'm getting with this, and I guess what the High Priestess is saying, that's what God just said. What the High Priestess is saying is You coming to the awareness of, well, wait a second, I'm still here. 6 of Wands. I can still move forward. Okay. That's good. Doesn't make it any easier to deal with, but okay. Let's move forward then. The next 3 cards you have are the 10 of Swords. Ooh, interesting. You have the 10 of Swords reversed with the Tower, which is where I got the energies of the upheaval. And then the Star. Initially, the Star came out in reverse, but then as I was just working with it, the card flipped over. I don't know how, I literally don't know how it happened, but the card just flipped over out of nowhere and it flipped upright. What I was feeling for the Star in reverse was lack of faith, having lost faith. That's been a very strong energy for me personally, so I can only imagine that's also something that's resonating within the collective. Personal lack of faith. Yep. Okay. But also healing. And with the Star turning upright here, I feel like this is indicative of what I picked up on with the moon moving from Pisces into Aries. All of a sudden, either a level of faith has come back online, or what I'm hearing is you are able to regain or pull on or draw on some level of faith. And I feel like that is coming from the fact that, yes, you've dealt with these insecurities, okay, injustices also. And yes, that puts you in a place to feel insecure. There are the insecurities, 5 of Pentacles, but ultimately you're still here. So I think what God is saying here is that just the sheer fact that you're still here, that your life is not over, that you're literally not dead. And I don't mean that in any sort of, offensive way towards individuals that are not necessarily physically oriented. But the fact of the matter is you, in fact, are still here. Your life is not over yet. So that means that the story is not over yet. It was the clarity message of too many readings, literally felt the, oh, perfect, Keely. Hold on, wait, Queen Bee, you're always alone. You feel like you're supposed to be out there, yet you're feeling like, the fuck I want to go out there for? Yeah, okay. Okay, all right, Queen Bee. Yes, I agree with you there. And I've been rationalizing that with, you know what? I don't want to be out there in the world, but I can still put myself out there because I have my channel. Ooh, okay. I don't know if you can hear that. Sidebar. There may be a moment where I lose power. It'll only be, hopefully will only be for like a few seconds, but it will be, if it does happen, it will be enough for my internet connection to go out. So I'm going to have to just wait for that to come back on before we can reconnect with the session here. But the reason for that is because we've been having a lot of thunderstorms, very strong thunderstorms lately. Perfectly in season, but it's been causing my internet to be, or my power, all the power to be cut out for a few seconds and come back on. I do want to talk about the storms also, but I just wanted to put that on there, put that on your radar because I did just hear some thunder. Okay, Queen Bee, back to you now. Find a way to put yourself out there. If you're feeling the need to be out there, find a way to put yourself out there that coincides with your sense of needing personal space right now. Okay? It's supposed to rain later today in Texas. Great. I'm sure Texas needs the rain. So, okay, sidebar. Because I actually wanted to tell you guys about this anyway. I thought it was pretty cool. So, oh wait, Zephyr. You have felt that a lot. You had to kick yourself into gear though, partly for you, partly for your family. Yeah, you got too much to take care of, and you also need some level of social outlet, or else you become a not nice person to be around. Yeah, I understand that one. Totally understand that one, Zephyr. Okay, so about these storms lately, Monday. Oh man, you guys, Monday was a really difficult day for me. I cried in ways that I have not cried in a very, very long time. To the point where I was physically exhausted afterwards. And whereas like recently I've gone through strong, you know, emotional release moments, but after I did that, I felt like refreshed and energized. Not this time. I literally wanted to do nothing but just sleep afterwards. But on Monday, the onset of this emotional upheaval actually coincided with a storm that we had that day. It was very early in the day, right when I felt myself reaching the point where I was gonna start crying. Like I felt that energy welling up within me. At that moment, I started to hear thunder off in the distance. And I took note of it because not that it storming is anything out of the ordinary. We are in the rainy season here in Puerto Rico, but the time in which it started very early, earlier than normal. Okay. And as the storm got closer and closer and closer, more and more of this emotional upheaval was starting until the point where by the time the storm was right over us and we were really hitting the brunt of the storm, that was like the peak of the tears and of the emotional storm that was within me. And it carried on from Monday into Tuesday and yesterday. And yesterday I found myself consoling Jinx because she doesn't like the thunder. Actually, oh shit, she's outside, I think. Jinxie! Psst. I hope she's not outside right now. But she really does not like the thunder. It scares her a lot. And she was very scared yesterday. And to the point where I was in bed trying to deal with the emotions that were coming up. And she was under the bed crying because she was like, Eric, it's okay. Don't worry about it. And then the storms would happen. And then she'd be like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. And I found myself being like, Jinx, it's okay. Don't worry, Jinxie. It's just a storm. It's just thunder. You don't have to worry. We are safe in here and it'll just pass. It's just a storm, Jinxie. It's gonna pass. Don't worry. We're safe in here. I've got you, baby girl. I'm not gonna let this hurt you. And then I turned around and was like, whoa, Eric, you can take that advice too. It's just a storm. It's going to pass. Don't worry. You're going to be okay. And sure enough, today I woke up on the other side of that feeling at least ready, enthusiastic enough to continue with my work here. Zephyr, you're saying you had one of those storms a few days ago too. Pretty unusual in the summer here. Yep. Queen Bee, you've noticed that it starts to storm when you're feeling sad and wanting to cry. This has been for a few weeks. Yes. This to me is telling us that we are very much in sync with nature. And I love that. I mean, I really love that. To me, it feels like validation, but I also love it because I feel like it's more validation to the earth. I feel like the earth loves that the most because we are in sync with Gaia. We are in sync with her. And that's really all she wants. That's really all she wants. So I find that to be beautiful. And I'm glad we're all kind of experiencing that as well. Okay. Okay. Back to you, God Source Creator. All right, back to God. Let's talk about elevation now, or elevate, which is in reverse. And as I was pulling this out, the High Priestess wanted to come with it. Okay. All right, so talk to us, God Source Creator. What do you want to say about this moment of elevation that we're going through at this time? Uh-huh. Woo! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. I like this. This is on point. All right, look at this. Overall energy right now, you guys, at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. And what I'm feeling very specifically is that we're almost taking a Five of Swords energy. We're taking on a Five of Swords energy. But why? The Five of Swords can be seen as an against all odds. What is that? That looks gross. There's something weird in my coffee, you guys. An energy of against all odds, which can be very, very detrimental. The Five of Swords energy can also be seen as a very much us against the world mentality, which is not a good mental space to be in. It's extremely combative and not good. But there is also a level of this against all odds, or by any means necessary, we are going to find a way away from this Five of Swords energy. Okay? It seems that this Five of Swords energy, this combativeness, this competition, lose-lose type of energy is flying in the face. Oh, wow. hold on. Because the sun is coming out now again. The awareness that we're coming towards is how we maybe haven't been valued properly. How circumstances in our life, how we have allowed circumstances in our life to devalue us. But also that's a double-edged sword, because like what I've been kind of dealing with is I can't force someone else to value me in the way that I feel is proper. So that's another energy of how we feel kind of at the mercy of things. Okay, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but okay, it feels like we're at an against all odds, or like by any means necessary, we're going to get away from this Five of Swords energy. And we are going to do that and get in tune with our sense of self-worth. We're going to pull ourselves out of this lack mentality. So I'll say this, what this message sounds like is, in terms of elevate, or how we're being guided to elevate at this time, take into account all of the things that are coming up for you at this time. And Queen of Swords be very, I feel like there's no, oh God, you guys. And I was dealing with this myself this morning. I found myself in a very Queen of Swords energy this morning. Okay, fine. We have the facts of the matter. We have the facts of the situation. It is what it is. Fine. Then we're not going to deliberate over this any longer. There's no reason to deliberate over this any longer. There is at least a sufficient, I will say, sufficient amount of understanding of what the situation is as it stands. Excellent. So in terms of that, in accordance to what it is we're coming to the awareness of, in accordance to the facts of the matter that we spent our King of Swords energy working on coming to an understanding of, now we are going to take action. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands. We are going to act appropriately now. Okay, what this is saying here is I see what it is I need to see in the physical, and from that I'm going to deduce how it is I need to reshape my alignment. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. I will say that the Queen of Swords energy feels kind of like a sculpting energy. If A plus B equals C, then we are going to take C and we are going to make the proper adjustments to reflect what C is in this equation. And that does represent or require a certain level of boundaries. Different boundaries, I will say. Very different boundaries now. For better or for worse. For better for you, maybe for worse for others around you. It is what it is. Queen of Swords. Can't change it. The fact of the matter is, this is what it is, and then that means this is how we're going to act accordingly. Period. No more room for deliberation. Why deliberate? We did that already, didn't we? So why are you trying to change the situation now? Ooh, I know that's right. I know that's right, y'all. Okay, back to the chat. Josiah, when the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on it. Woo! See, Josiah, I'm glad you said that, because that, I'm struggling with that too, because I feel like the answer to that is yes and no. Act accordingly, protect yourself, hold proper boundaries, but I think let's not take it to and this is even advice for myself too, because I will take it to this extreme, but don't take it to the extreme where you're turning your back on everything and everyone, because that's not appropriate for everyone, okay? It's probably appropriate for certain circumstances in your life, but everything and everybody doesn't require that level of defense. Queen B, you feel you're always elevating and not having a moment to actually enjoy what we just accomplished. Girl, I feel you there. Zephyr, you feel that, Queen B. You had to take a serious break this summer. Yep. Oh, hi, younglin. Zephyr's youngin from The Lion King. Yeah. Yeah. You mean Leo King, the astrologer? Don't invest in individuals that do not value you, but be willing to give new people a chance. Yes. Yes, I will agree with that. Oh, the kids movie. Oh, The Lion King. Right, the kids movie. Yes, okay, sorry about that. I don't know why. I don't know where I got Leo King. I don't know why I thought of him. That was weird. Yeah. Yeah. You distracted them with Wonder Pets and a massage Excellent. I find that very effective. I feel like that is very effective, Zephyr. I don't know what is going on here on YouTube. This is so weird. I mean, okay. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking maybe this is incentive for for us to start moving the collective over to Twitch a little bit more, but hey, it doesn't matter. It's just so weird. People are so usually, what did I oh my God, there it is. There you guys are. Okay, so, it's so weird. I just saw the chat. I see all of you now. I switched the chat from top chat, which is some messages such as potential spam may not be visible, which is always on. But then I switched it to live chat. All messages are visible. And here you go. I see all the messages now. So I see all you guys. Hi, everybody. There's Zephyr. There's Lauren, Rachel, Alicia. Who else? Always grinding. Mel, Brittany, Kajal, Diamond Frost. There's Keely. You woman, you. Hi, everybody. I don't know why this happened. Enjoying the journey. Shauna. Arta. Hello. Zarina. Hello, hello. Ambit. Oh my God. Hi, everybody. Stephanie. Hi, guys. Red Rose, did you say I look like Cat Williams or something? Because I get that all the time. And I don't take offense to that anymore. Hi, Jeannie. Hey, everybody. I don't mind. I get that shit all the time, and it's funny. Whatever. I mean, he's a good comedian. I think he's funny. You were chatting up a storm over there. Yeah, it's so crazy. I don't understand. But now I see you guys. Hey, AG. So there's our, that's really kind of our message for the day. It's so crazy how it's been an hour already. He wishes he looked like me. I know that shit is right, honey. Okay, I want to close this out for some. I feel so bad. Like, we had that whole session and I couldn't see any of you, but that's all right. Let's close this reading out. I want to get some. Hey, Stella. Hi, Stella. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here. I'm going to close the reading out with Oracle guidance from our Pluto return is messing with technology. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Red Roses. I mean, I'm only younger for a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to reach his age at some point, too. But yes, currently. Ew. Emotionally disconnected like death inside. Oh, yeah. And four, Stephanie. That's messed up, man. And 4 times as tall. I can't with you. Yes, I do. I have felt very dead inside lately. Yes, so we're all on the same page. We're here for each other. Stella. Oh, Stella. Oh, Stella. Thank you so much for that donation. I mean, I'm so grateful to you, Stella. You have provided so much to this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Alexis. Hi, Alexis. You're going through your Saturn return, Alicia. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That is Miss Stella. That's right, Stephanie. That is the Honorable Stella. Queen Stella. Yes. That is the one. All right. Let's get this closing message here for the collective. For what we're about to witness, we do have to disconnect from the old paradigm. You are absolutely right, enjoying the journey. Because it's that old paradigm that is actually in the process of coming down, of falling. And as I said that, I just saw 1111 on the counter. So yes. Yeah, Zephyr looks like she's going through you're going through the return as well. Yeah, what I'm hearing now is we're going through the grieving process of leaving the old paradigm behind. I am hearing and feeling that we are kind of ahead of the curve here. Somebody in the chat a few days ago said this. I don't remember exactly who it was. But a few days ago, somebody mentioned that we are kind of ahead of the curve, and we're kind of the ones that are going through it now so that we can be there to help those who are going to go through it later. So we're going through this grieving process now because the old paradigm is coming to an end. And we need to be of service in this. We need to be able to be there for the individuals that are really going to be struggling the most with this. While we're struggling with it too, yes, personally, we are definitely struggling with it. I do feel like others that are going to be going through this later on, when more of the old paradigm is really coming to a close, they're really going to be struggling with it because they haven't had this. They don't really, even as generally speaking, they don't necessarily have the sense of awareness or the perspective or the point of view that we have going through it. So actually, in many respects, it could be seen as being much tougher for them. Okay. This morning, the only thing you are the queen of is dog poop. Oh, well, I'm sorry Benny has an upset stomach. I hope he feels better soon, but that's okay. I mean, I was the queen of dog poop too at one point, but they were my kids, and so I was happy to be there. I'm sure you're very happy to be there for them as well. Low key, you're so tired of being there for others when they are struggling. You will be, but gosh, you're tired of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I hear you on that one, Lexi. I hear that. And I even hear the narrative, where are the individuals that are there for me? I know I've been hearing that, feeling that way too, very much in the sense of me kind of thinking I need a reader. Like, who can I go to for a reading? You know what I mean? I literally asked that question. Where's the reader for the readers? But yeah, I get that. Today you were on cat litter duty, Zephyr? Yeah. Yeah, actually, I should probably clean Jinx's box. She's been using her box a lot more lately because she's been inside more. Yeah, where's the reader for the readers? Woo! I know that's right. Okay. All right, let's get this closing message. What closing message do you have for the collective, please, today, Spirit? Thank you so much for your guidance. There it is. Queen Bee, your mom told you when she's depressed, that when she's depressed, that you're the only one she could talk to. Oh. Well, I feel you on that, Queen Bee, because it is draining. It is draining, but there is kind of honor in that, I'll say. Who's going to give you a shoulder to lean on? Yep. Well, that's what God is here for. It may not necessarily be physical, although you could lean on a tree, because that's an expression of God. And yes, that tree will definitely be there for you to lean on. But yeah, I understand. I totally understand. But with that said, our closing message today is card number 18, Angel Uziel and Smoky Quartz, Heavenly Mercy. You're a healer for the readers. Sometimes no words, just healing is necessary. Excellent, enjoying the journey. Well, thank you for being that. Thank you. Thank you. Trees are totally viable confidants. Yes, they are. Honestly, I love trees. Sometimes I feel like trees are my best friend, and sometimes I wish I could just spend the rest of my life with them. But that's not necessary, or even possible or applicable. All right, but let's read this. Card 18, which does boil down to a 9, which does represent an ending. Then we move to the 10, where we have a completion. Okay. But Heavenly Mercy. All right, let's read this. Excuse me, guys. All right, let's read it. Let me make sure you guys can see this properly. We bring you the gift of heavenly mercy. As you grow spiritually, your energy field becomes more substantial. Your thoughts and actions carry more karmic weight in the world. As your power increases, your ability to do good increases too. Your positive words can have a potent effect on others. So too can the very human moments where you may be having an quote off day and unintentionally respond to another in a way that is not unconditionally loving. We do not want you to be afraid of becoming powerful. We know that most often you are going to make a positive contribution with your power. We also know that sometimes you will wish you could, quote, undo, end quote, a choice you have made and its effect. To help you, we offer our karmic protection, where the destructive impact of your actions is softened and the positive effect of your actions is enhanced. As you grow in power and impact, our gift of heavenly mercy will surround you, aligning your actions with divine will and blessing you and all affected by you with divine compassion. Let's see if there's more that we can read from this. Whoa, okay, wait. This is a really... Actually, I'm just going to leave it there because that's really, really long. But I hope that was helpful. And I hope that gained you a level of clarity. Clarity, yeah? I'm pretty sure all of us lived as trees at one point in our life cycles, so I totally agree with you there on that, Zephyr. Ooh, you are so welcome, Queen Bee. I'm happy to receive your appreciation, and I am even happy to be... I'm grateful to be able to provide that clarity for you guys, to provide the guidance for you guys. I mean, I know I need it, so I'm sure you guys need it too. And so throughout all of this, throughout all my trials and tribulations, and my struggles with being a reader in this world and trying to show up, balance showing up for others with showing up for myself, I will say that I am very, very grateful for even the opportunity to be in this position and to have these struggles that I'm having. One thing that I heard, you are very welcome. One thing that I heard in all the ways, especially as you guys know, we talked about this on Sunday. I've been turning a lot to listening to people retelling their accounts with near-death experiences. That's been very helpful for me lately. I've been able to find a good amount of solace in that. One of the things that I heard from someone specific, I believe his name is Christian Sonnenberg. One of the things that he said was to always be grateful for everything, the good and the bad, especially the moments where you're really struggling. Find a way to be grateful for that. Be grateful for the struggle, because in that struggle is where you gain the strength, okay? And I know that may sound derogatory in the moment. That may be an affront to your ego, or that may be that may trigger feelings of, how dare you tell me to find gratefulness in this? I'm literally struggling here. I'm literally bleeding out. How can I be grateful for being wounded and being taken advantage of and feeling left out in the cold and being betrayed and all that stuff? Because, and I don't mean, no one means to diminish what you're going through in those periods, but those periods are literally what is helping to strengthen you. You will come out of it on the other side, even if it is the death of you. Even if it is. Whether we're talking ego death or actual physical death, even if it is the death of you, understand that you are eternal. You are never actually going to die. Your body may expire, and it's going to expire at some point. That is a fact of the matter. No one gets out of this alive. Okay? So even if it is the actual physical death of you, it is also a beautiful death, because death is a transformation from one state of being to another. And that next state of being that you are entering into is a stronger version of yourself than the version of yourself you found yourself as before you went through that moment. Okay? Your boyfriend sent you a song, Beauty in the Struggle, and that was confirmation. Yep, there is beauty in the struggle. Like a butterfly fighting to get out of the cocoon, the fight is necessary for flight. No, you're right. Nope. No one gets out of this one alive. I love that, actually. I really love that one. You're contrary to no matter how hard your ego might fight, no one gets out of this one alive. That's funny. All right, guys. I am going to leave it there. I love you all so, so very much. And just like I said yesterday, I am so grateful. I am so grateful for you and to you, for you for being here, and to you for sharing your love and your kindness with me. I can't begin to explain to you how helpful it has been for me over the last 2 days, because the last 2 days have been a huge struggle. Yes, you're learning how to do that. Yep, I love you too, Steph. Caterpillars are also completely turned into mush before they can transform into butterflies. They break down to break through. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely absolutely where you needed to land. Excellent. And I hope the rest of your day, your Wednesday is great, Zephyr. And I hope the rest of your Wednesdays to all of you, whether you find yourself here during the live stream or you find yourself here afterwards. I love you all so very much. I really, really do. And I'm grateful for you. And we are going to all get through this together. Yes? Beautiful. All right. You guys have a great day. I'm going to end it there. Much, much love to you. And I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. Yes? Beautiful. Mwah. Bye.